Hello and welcome to the vods Manga Podcast. This week we're talking about Dragon Ball chapters 501 to 510, or if you're me, 307 to 316. This week I'm joined by Hut Pathwalker, consumer of chocolate.
True.
Ryu would not walk 500 miles.
No.
And not again.
100
I'm your host Ben, as always. Let's get into the chapter, shall we?
I love how Hot was saying the song quietly.
Just very quietly, very restrained. Because I still have to get through the rest of the intro. I appreciate that.
Respect that.
We can get into the chapters. First thing I have on my list is Hercule wants to use a gun.
He was I respect trying, he tried to shoot the
I
key blast.
don't.
Respect
He
the effort.
actually tried. For once.
Hey, at least now we know what would happen if you shot a key blast,
Nothing.
Well, the bullets disintegrate. That's what happens. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
but it has no impact on the key blast, is what the nothing
thing-
was referring to.
if the key blast is just a pure kinetic force, then by definition, if you make a big enough kinetic opposition, so if you shoot a few cannons at it, it should stop it. Right?
Do you want to start the science debate with me here?
I am confirming. Like, if we had to say it's purely like a kinetic power, you can oppose that with the same force, but like different direction, and then you should be able to like cancel it out. Because that's how you like block key blast. I'm assuming by like having the same amount of power and like.
I mean,
redirecting it.
yeah, like that would theoretically be the case.
Yeah.
But considering it also contains enough energy to disintegrate metal, like, I don't care how many cannons you use.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I
Because
feel like
if
it's
it can
unrealistic.
disintegrate a bullet, it can also disintegrate a cannon, granted less fast. But considering this happened instantly,
It will probably.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not hopeful for any cannon.
Well, like, I'm like what I'm saying.
or
But
any
this is,
amount
like,
of cannons.
the one we shot, like it was a very small and condensed beam, aka very powerful. I feel like if you have a little bit of a wider one and like less powerful, because you can manage how strong you make your key blasts. I feel like there is a level at which it's realistic to stop it with power, though this one definitely not, because it's that small. You can't hit it correctly.
I mean,
and it will
okay, so
definitely-
like, the thing is, right, that theoretically you're right, but also, the way it would work with a bullet, as opposed to a cannon, is the surface area that you're going to be hitting it with, right?
Mhm.
So, because the bullet is so small, you also need a lot more force to like not more like compressed force
Mhm.
to get it to that point, right? Like, you need more force to move a larger object, but to deflect something which is larger physically than the bullet, you're going to need an insane amount of force. Because otherwise, you're just gonna go straight through it. So, like, even if there's a theoretical point where that bullet is going to like be able to to match the energy output of the beam, just the fact that the beam is wider is going to mean that the bullet will not if will not do anything to it just because it's bigger, right? Like, it's if it is the same energy, then that means that like essentially it would stop the area that it is in contact with, and then the rest would still go.
Yeah.
Right? Unless it has like similar properties to like water. The key blast, there's a lot of physics, but like, because then like you get like surface
Still
tension,
volume again,
right?
yeah.
So like if you break the surface tension of water, then like water will also collapse in on itself. So that would be a way to do this, which I think like we have actually seen that key blast. Like I think it was in the Saiyan saga where Vegeta did like a giant beam and then Goku did like a smaller beam piercing it. So that would suggest that the key blast kind of work with like similar properties of water, where indeed if you do break essentially the surface tension of the key blast, that it would collapse in on itself. So actually theoretically maybe like a bullet would work. It
Like, if you
granted it
put
had
it
enough
against-
energy, but you would need a better ignition force than gunpowder. So because gunpowder is I think the best way we can make controlled explosions.
Controlled, yes.
Yeah, because like there are ways to make a stronger explosion. Which which were explored during the 50s and 60s. If you know that time period, you know very well what I'm gonna say next. It was nuclear. We experimented with nuclear ordnance, and basically the idea and the reason why it's not commonly used is because the distance that a handheld gun or land-based ordnance device would launch such a projectile is not far enough to make sure you don't also die. So even then, like, it doesn't work. Like and it wouldn't even matter to Boo because he can regenerate.
I mean, yeah, and
You can't.
Like, no, like I am thinking of like the weakest Ki Blast we've seen, which I think I recently saw like a Totally Not Mark video about this. I think it was no, someone else like talking about like original Dragon Ball, where Goku is in the cage at like poof, like all the way to the beginning. He's like in a metal box, and he knows what the Kamehameha right at the start, and like he does a really weak one that can't even melt metal. Like that one, technically speaking, probably is a lot more realistic to block. It's also a very small beam, so cannonball is probably bigger. Would probably stop that, right?
Good, maybe.
So yeah.
Also,
like,
to all the physics people trying to correct me, please do. I want to know more. I'd like being corrected on physics. Look, I'm spitballing shit from what I remember from my physics classes, right? Like, obviously, I do physics outside of that as well. Like, I've had classes on quantum mechanics and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna 100% correctly remember everything. So, and I think like there's enough misinformation on the internet without this. So, if you know like what you're talking about, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Also, we're putting in the context of Dragon Ball. It's not like it's real life, but there is.
I
Some
mean,
real
look,
life
I care about about the correct, the
Yeah, no,
accurateness
but
of
I'm
the
saying
science
like
that I'm trying to portray.
it doesn't really matter. But in
I
yeah,
know, but I
it-
care.
yeah, no, that's fine.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Credibility is
Anyway,
important, and accountability.
we get to see the iconic panel. Go on in a ditch.
That was so
Oh, that.
not what I was expecting.
Yeah, same. But
Literally
yeah.
like 501, like the 7th page.
Yeah, Gohan, the professional bag fumbler, fumbled the bag. Like,
What?
Oh,
Oh no,
yeah.
there's no way we're doing my boy like this.
I mean, he tried, but like he probably
tried,
still
tried.
like can go Super Saiyan, right?
Oh,
Presumably.
That's not the iconic image. The
can,
iconic image is Yamcha being like this.
It
It's
is.
not
It is. It
Gohan.
is.
yeah.
That is
Oh
funny.
my boy.
But no,
Sorry,
Gohan
guys.
Gohan can't go Super Saiyan. The new form unlocked his potential, so he just takes up the potential of his transformations as well. So
Yeah.
this is his most powerful state.
Because the Supreme Kai
Mm.
also said this, right?
It's
They
just show and
said
tell,
like
right? Yeah.
it's just show and tell, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna like probably Super. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, that was bullshit. Super Saiyan still increases your power, or something. I
Something
don't
like
know.
that.
Maybe.
I'll find out one day.
There's also just like in the movies, they just went fuck it. Here's a new transformation for him as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
Beast,
yeah,
Beast
yeah, yeah,
Gohan, is that what it's
yeah.
called?
Beast Gohan, yeah, yeah, in the new movie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, Gohan didn't get a Senkai boost. That's only for pure blood Saiyans, I guess. Or does he? Or does the Senkai boost just not matter? Because
Does
he
not
gets his
matter.
ass beat, then he gets healed. Logic would dictate, if we're being consistent here, which we're not, but
No.
you know,
I mean,
I
like
feel like it would
the
still
power
have a lesser
difference,
effect
like the power
than
difference
a
is
full Saiyan.
still huge, right? Because Gotenks is a fusion, and Super Buu, who's already strong, absorbed that fusion, right?
yeah. But like the whole thing with Senkai boost, at least the way it's been shown, I don't know the nitty gritty details from the fucking like booklets or whatever. Is that you get knocked down, but you get up again.
Yeah, you get a massive power increase.
And
but-
you pretty much like level to like about where like you were, because we've seen Vegeta, for example, get like murderized by someone on Namek, and then
Generates.
getting healed, and then just being right up there with them, and then stronger than them as well.
Yeah,
Most
but
of
it
the time.
is. Yeah, it is a power boost, right? You get a Zenkai, you get damage, you get more powerful, but it doesn't guarantee that you like get to their level or surpass their level, right? Because you get a
It's a
boost. It's a
boost. Yeah.
boost. It's not like a guaranteed. Okay, you're here. That person is up here. Zenkai. Yeah, now you're here, right?
It's
I
Just
wish
like
that was
you
portrayed
like
before this, because I don't feel like it has been. Because the only other time where like it didn't work was when Vegeta was like, basically punch me in the face, make me die, make me nearly die, and then heal me, and then that
I
didn't
mean,
work.
Goku
Mostly because then it didn't heal him, right?
it's
Goku
fighting
too.
spirit.
Goku too.
Has to
Like
do with the actual battle.
he got damaged. He got a huge Zenkai, but he wasn't on even 50% Frieza's level when they were fighting, even with the Kaioken, right? So even
When did he
then,
get damaged though?
I guess
He was in the healing pod
when-
before
Yeah,
that.
he was in the healing pod, right?
Yeah, no, but that's not. But that's not the same person.
So you're saying that if it's against the same person,
Yeah, like every
then
time it's against the same person, it has shown us that you get stronger than that person.
I feel like it's just like a way of like saying, oh, they've gotten strong enough to beat this person now. But then I feel like Frieza was that like turning point of like showing that it doesn't always make you strong enough to beat the next battle.
But there was no like break with Frieza.
No, there was no like redo. But yeah, and then it
Yeah.
became Super Saiyan is now the new solution instead of Senkai boost. I feel like Senkai but just it's just irrelevant at this point. I feel like
I mean,
which Dragon Ball we don't know.
we still did have Zenkais. Like Cell was getting dominated by Gohan, then he got a Zenkai, but it was still weaker than Gohan even after the Zenkai, right?
When
Cell
When
got a Senkai
he
by,
blew
by getting
himself up, he got a
by going to the
Zenkai,
ball.
right?
yeah, but he didn't, like, Gohan didn't do that. Like,
No,
he blew
Cell got the
himself
Senkai.
up.
Yeah, but it was still
Like that.
against technically like he was still
Yeah,
fighting
it's-
Gohan.
Yeah, but
and
you say technically, it's not like Gohan did the damage to him. He
No.
himself inflicted damage.
True,
Yeah,
but
but if
like
we're saying
if you're saying that Vegeta couldn't get the Senkai boost by basically doing it to himself, you can't do it. Like you can only do it while you're in battle, and because Vegeta didn't think of it as battle, Cell did think of it as battle. It was
I'm not saying you have to do it in battle. I'm saying the damage has to be done like you still get a Senkai boost when you're not in battle or like you're doing it to yourself. I'm just saying anytime it's against another person, so like an enemy inflicts the damage upon them and then they get healed. That's when it is portrayed as like they go up. They go up above them.
Goku going to Namek did Senkai boost multiple times on himself in the training chamber.
Yeah, but that's not relative to anything.
No, but I'm saying so it doesn't have to be in battle. I'm saying
it's
it like
not.
it doesn't. Like,
That's also not my argument.
yeah, no. I'm still
Yeah,
like
but
I'm confirming that statement.
Yeah, okay.
So
But even again, right? Vegeta got his Zenkai after fighting the androids, but he was still weaker than the androids after, right? He had to go into the if he got it if he right against the androids still, so it doesn't really matter.
That's it. That's the evidence this doesn't work. That's what I wanted.
There you go.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
That is a great point. This proves my argument. There we go. I have no complaints. I have plenty of complaints, but not about this.
All right.
Anyway, then the Eye of Ra, then Shinhan came up.
Then I have two notes about this. Tien shows up. Tien shows up just to say he's useless.
He shows up.
Oh, go on, you've
say-
changed. Not as much as Buha disappears.
Yes,
He-
Tien,
he
we
shows-
see the fit.
Yeah, we do. Come on. So he
Go ahead,
he
like,
pulls
flex a
up,
little bit.
saves Dende the dog,
Poses.
and
Poses
Satan.
in the fight.
Yeah, right. So he pulls up, saves Tien. I mean, saves Satan, Dende, and the dog. Right. That's nice. He poses. It's like, oh shit. What do we do? Goku cuts Boo in half. Then he gets kicked by the legs of Boo.
It pisses me off so much that he shows up and like the second thing he does is say, "Oh no, I'm
Oh
useless."
no, I can't do anything.
Like it's so like, oh my god, like I'm so sad for him. Like he was like, I gotta try, and then Toriyama was like, "Yes, buddy, you'll try."
Good job, buddy. You're alive. We know.
How do we
remember you.
tell him?
How do we tell that, man?
How do we tell him he's useless? Oh, never mind. He did it himself.
He told himself.
Like the regression of side characters in Dragon Ball is one of the saddest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
shall we talk about the earrings? That whole shenanigans.
yes, there is something that I think is interesting. I'm gonna go a little bit further with this. So the earring fusion of Goku and Vegeta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called in your translation, Ryu?
So he did. They call it two things. They call it Patera originally, like it's Patera.
Okay, the rings are called Potara. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But also he called when they actually fuse. Let me like recheck. But I think he called them Gogeta. I think was like what they call
Okay.
themselves. Let me check next chapter. Vegeto.
Vegeta. Okay, so that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Gogeta would have been wrong for a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the normal fusion when they do the fusion dance. Then
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't do that in the main story. That's like they do that in a
Super.
movie somewhere.
Or
So
super
like,
probably as well. Like in super is just everything.
Super, I don't fucking know. Like after if it happened after the Tournament of Power, I don't fucking know. But like I know they do it in a movie at some point, and that's how I know about it. Also Dokkan, but like what do they call it in your translation? It's also Vegito.
Yeah, Vegeta with written like
Double T.
yeah, double T. Yeah.
Okay,
Vegeto.
because they own some bullshit in this.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Okay.
They call him Vegerot.
Oh,
Vegerot.
Kakarot,
Vegeta
Kakarot.
and Kakarot. And
What?
I'm like, motherfucker, that's Vegito. I'm not doing the Vegerot. Like, that's
Vegerot.
Veggerot. Like, we're not doing this. It's
We have
Vegito.
we
I
have so
was so like, it would have been hilarious, Ryu, if it was actually Gogeta for you, Veggerot for me, and then Hud has the correct one.
Veggie rot. That the
Vegerot.
fuck, dude.
That's
Yeah,
Also-
I'm
like
so
so in
I
it's
just
funny.
realized Ben showed up like his manga, his physical manga, and when I was there last time, I pointed out something on the side, like on the spine of the manga.
Yep. Hello.
The alternate color. Like, what's that? It's just like there's the like Gohan in a different costume. He's like, oh, don't worry, we'll come to that.
Yes, it's Vegito.
That's really funny. You showed me. I was like, oh shit, I remember seeing that. Like exactly. Like
I also love how when I said that, you just completely dismissed it and went, "Okay."
Okay. Yeah.
Fair.
The trust, though. The trust is important.
True.
Normally, I would have tried like gaslighting you, but
That's like I don't care. I'm like, sure, I'll find out someday. We're getting there
yeah,
anyway.
Mhm.
yeah, you don't care. Otherwise, I would have gaslit you into being like, "Yes, that is Gohan. Good job."
Yeah, it's Gohan. Good
I
job.
would have been like, they did a
Piccolo's
bunch of like promotional art, and this was a version of Gohan they used in the promotional art.
No, you could have said like he's sparing Piccolo's colors. The colors are just weird in the spine. I would have believed it.
I would have
He's
gone with
wearing a
that.
mix of Piccolo's and Goku's colors.
Yeah, he stole the fit. No,
Oh wait, no. But
He already did. He already did as a kid, bro.
he keeps doing it. He keeps stealing the fit.
That's why I would
He
believe
can't
it.
get away with this.
Anyway,
it's
so
yeah.
the Gotrunks goes out
Gotrunks.
in Boo. So like Boo is degrading to Piccolo. What's this version of Boo called?
Buikalo.
No, Piccolo with like the B like emote, like the red B.
Piccolo.
Piccolo, yeah.
It's Piccolo.
So we have Super Boo base, then it's Buikalo, then it's Boo Tanks, and then it's Buhan. So
Uh,
but also I just wanted to mention that in the anime they spell Vegito like this. And in
Which
the
is
manga,
is Vgito, which is how I know it.
yeah, and in the manga they spell it like this, right?
yeah, that's what I got.
Vegito.
Which makes more sense in the manga, right?
Like
Because
Vegito, like you would still
Vegito,
say that less that. Like you still say
No.
Vegito for an E there.
yeah, but for the Vegito, that doesn't make sense. Where does the eye come from?
The eye
It comes
comes
out of it
from
comes out of
drip.
nowhere.
It comes from aura, from
Real,
style.
real.
Who's
But
saying?
here in the manga, they use Goku's Saiyan name, so Kakarot. So it's Vegeta and Kakarot.
Vegerat.
Yeah, Vegerot, real. But which is funny because in the Metamoran fusion, the fusion dance, since they call him Gogeta, so they use his Earth name then in the cell in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fusion.
that's weird.
I always like kind of read it as like it's Vegito because Vegeta is the
It's Vegeta's.
predominant like
Mhm.
personality in this, and then in Gogeta because it's Go first, Goku. Like Goku's the more dominant personality in that one,
But in
and
Go
like
Tranks, like Go Tanks, like Go is first for Goten,
Goten,
Gohan,
yeah.
Goten. But like Trunks is presumably the more dominant of the two in
I
that one.
don't think like I think their
But
personalities are almost the same.
Yeah, the
it's. I was gonna
kid
say,
in Dragon
yeah,
Ball, like it's just a regular, like it's how Toriyama writes them.
they
It's
be,
Like
just
they
yeah.
become new people completely, right?
Yeah, but like the
yeah.
So
tendencies that you
it,
see these
but
characters
they,
using, it like
yeah, they have traits.
tell me you don't look at Vegeta and see like, oh, that feels a lot more Vegeta than Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the same cockiness comes out as well, which is like obviously we know both of them can do that,
We
but
see that later, even in these
it
chapters.
if I see that, I'm going, oh, that like I'm thinking of Vegeta
Mhm.
first.
It's the pride one, yeah. Like he
Yeah.
has
Yeah,
the
Like if you
pride.
look at, for example, here's a picture of Gogeta, right?
Yeah.
So you can
an
see,
absolute unit.
yeah, so you can see that
For man
one
on the
side
unit.
looks like Vegeta and other looks like Goku, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so but they have like the traits of both, but I
Yeah, it's
wouldn't.
a fusion. No
Yeah,
shit.
but I wouldn't. Yeah, but I wouldn't like say one is more predominant, right?
I mean, so you don't think that like when you look at Vegito and you see him acting this cockiness, this cocky and doing all this stuff, you don't think like you don't think of Vegeta first.
I feel like it's just Saiyan is high on power, is more cocky. That's just like it's this transformation. Gotenks it's the same. Like I feel like just any transformation with Saiyans involved. That's
Like,
like two pure
yeah,
bloods.
it is, but like
Yeah.
I can't be the only one who
No,
thinks
no,
that
no. I
I
think
thinks
of
of
Vegeta
Vegeta
Yeah,
first.
first
I can't.
I
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Like
because
Potara
that's
being
most
more.
of Vegeta's character.
yeah.
Yeah.
See it.
Like Goku has other modes. Vegeta, that's 90% of his emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we see Goku yell at Vegeta earlier before they fuse. Like, hey, fuse now. Everyone
Do
got
it. Do
killed.
it. He's
Fuse
coming.
now.
He's coming.
Don't be
Yeah,
cocky. Right?
like he swallowed his pride a little bit when it was like, yo, Bomba and Trunks also got absorbed, they also got killed.
I do like Vegeta's moment here though. Of Vegeta being like, I fucking hate you. I
Yeah,
despise you. You didn't go full out of me. Like Vegeta
yes.
wanted an all-out battle, and he saw like a in 3, and he was like, and then Goku's like excuse
This
of like, oh, I wanted to
motherfucker.
stay longer. He could have finished Vegeta in one tap, then went to Boo.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
had to get killed. He had to get killed by Vegeta by not going full out, and like Vegeta hates that because if anything, Vegeta prides himself on being a strong warrior, and by Goku not going all out, that's like something he hates because that's
He
something he
disrespected
won't
him.
do. Yeah, it's like it's a respect thing, and that he just disrespected the entirety out of Vegeta.
Yeah,
Right.
agreed. I
But
do
yeah, the
think
whole Gohan
like
fusion with Boo is cool. I guess like it's a funny.
I
But
want to stick on the Vegeta Goku interaction real quick
Mhm.
because I think this is a good example of something that like I don't think Toriyama always does, but when he does it, it's really good, and when he doesn't do it, it's infuriating. This is a great example of a character basically, making it harder to complete the goal that or the challenge that is set before them for completely understandable reasons because that is who the character is, right?
yeah,
Like we all have watched Vegeta long enough to understand that yeah, we get that he's pissed about this. We know this is all he's about. And like he lays it out in a very logical way, and this is very understandable. And that's something that hasn't always happened in this arc,
no,
especially this arc. Toriyama's never been fantastic at it. I feel like he, or not fantastic is the wrong word. Inconsistent. He's always been inconsistent with this. But I think here it sticks out because this is the arc where he's by far been the most inconsistent with this. He's used a bunch of random fucking reasons to make things harder. But this is an actual, like, logical and character driven reason for a pre established character that makes sense in this context. I think.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like he did it. He did it well, like the other arcs, like in the Cell arc. Vegeta's pride got the best of him constantly, right? While Trunks constantly wanted to finish things fast, and tried his best to
Mhm.
be the person of reason to like stop, right? Stop people. The Namek arc, the whole like little chase thing with Vegeta, I feel like went fine, right? Saiyan Saga, there wasn't really a lot of
I'm mostly talking about like
that.
pre Z.
Yeah, pre-Z. Yeah. So I feel like he's done it well throughout the other arcs. This arc, he hasn't really done well. He's really bad at it.
Yeah, like that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like he's been
Right.
inconsistent. I think like it's definitely present in those other arcs in Z as well. I just think it's more minor and less noticeable,
hmm
and that's why like it flies under the radar. I think it like because something like this doesn't just spring up for no reason. Like I think, and like I'm not saying this because I know. I'm saying this because I have a strong suspicion that in those arcs it is present. I might not remember it off the top of my head, but this has been an issue for Toriyama in the past. I don't believe it's suddenly gone for 4 arcs. I think it's just less noticeable, and maybe it's more in side
Less
characters rather than
impactful.
main characters.
Yeah, less
It's less
impactful in those.
impactful. I think that's a great way to put it as well.
Yeah.
But then I think in this arc, it just like reared its ugly head again, and it's like the most prominent I feel like it's ever been, and it's sad because we get great ways to do it, like with Vegeta here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I.
Like I can just remember like the Goku going Super Saiyan 3 and like causing himself to only have 1 hour, and then like those kind of things. Like there's ways around that could have been handled a lot better, and yeah,
hmm
just but we can keep harking on those. But
Yeah, I feel like.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like just at this at some point, because at some point he just like wanted to like end the arc, right? Because I don't know if this is true, but I vividly remember hearing reports of him like having burnout right at this point.
there. But
But yeah, no, I think he could have done a lot better here in this arc in general, right?
yeah, for sure.
But that's because we know he can do well. You know he can do this good, right? So we're disappointed in him for not doing it good, right? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Got a quick shout out to chapter 504 being called "The Fused Fathers Are Unrivaled."
It's true though. They are
That's real good, actually.
yeah, true. They are so powerful when fused. Holy shit.
Potara, I'm gonna call him Potara because that's
Yeah,
I
yeah, like
think I mean that,
we have
that I feel like that's also a name for it, right? Like I mean this
yeah,
is the like it's a
It's a Potara
Potara
fusion.
yeah, we have
fusion,
the
so in theory it's also called that.
yeah, the earrings are the Potara and the dance is the Metamore infusion, right? So
Yeah.
or but people can refer
That's some real Dragon Ball nerd shit.
oh,
No,
Okay.
look,
yeah,
being a nerd is awesome. Being a
yeah,
nerd
yeah,
is something to be proud of. Let's be honest. But
true,
It's
true.
I am
good
gonna
stuff.
point it out. You are a giant nerd for knowing what specific race does that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
re-
we can't, Ben. We've been doing this for over a year. We can't say shit.
Well, like I said, it's not a bad
Okay,
I
thing. I
take
am
it.
gonna call it out though.
Okay, I want to call out though, like the sword they use. Like they use a key sword.
Key
I
sword,
think.
yeah.
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 The reason I know this is because, funny enough, Fortnite, I own the black Goku Black skin, which his pickaxe is a like key sword.
I'm so disappointed.
I have played Fortnite. What? Nothing wrong with that. But I think
I'm
it's
just
really
no
cool.
the skins, bro. You spent money
One
on
Piece is
Fortnite. That's what I'm disappointed in.
there's not gonna get into that because I've spent quite a bit. Let's
Oh,
let's not get into that. I have my own money. I work. Okay, I have my own disposable income. Anyway,
I'm not judging you for using
Let's go-
your own money. I'm
let's
judging you
continue.
for doing
Yeah.
stupid shit.
So yeah, I thought it was really fucking cool because I was like the control you need to like make a sword like out of key. I assume is very hard because it's a consistent beam, like a light sword, like a light sword.
Lightsaber.
lightsaber. What the fuck's wrong with me? Like a lightsaber, you have to like have a beam that laser like a flame that's consistent length. So to have that control and make it physical, like it kept him on the like sword, like kept Boo on the sword for a while. It didn't just like melt through him. So like there was like no sharp edge to it either. Like Boo himself fell off, but that's something he did himself to like get around, mull around it, right?
Yeah, like Vegito is better than Goku and Vegeta in every single way, right?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Vegito, great fire unit, and Dokkan was my OG.
He actually got a new unit now in the 10th anniversary. Really cool stuff. Everyone was hyped for that shit. Even De'Aaron Fox was hyped for that shit, bro. Like,
bro, Spurs legend, future Spurs legend, Spurs legend, De'Aaron Fox.
Spurs are so up right now. Like, holy shit!
I'm so hyped. It's great.
Is that the one
but
that we
also,
lost? Not the one that Kings lost.
Yes, it is your guy.
Yeah, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm wearing Kings purple right now, but I'm Spurs.
Yeah.
Well, like it's also like this is a great time to what's the opposite of a shout out? Well, how like can I put like
I shout out.
Can I just like flame Gogeta, like the Gogeta unit in Dokkan? Like
what do you mean? In the first anniversary, it was like the best unit.
I'm talking about SSJ4 Gogeta.
Oh,
that event was bullshit.
That
event was so bullshit.
Yeah. The event was crazy.
The event, like literally, like there was like like I was playing it one time and it was just like, oh, there's literally only one way he kills me here, and that's if he does this in this order. And I'm like, and what fucking happens? What fucking happens?
Exactly that. Oh my god.
Exactly that. And like I'd won like 3 times in a row. It's like, this is just to end the streak. This is not even like, oh, it's random chat. This is just like, I'm doing too well. Dokkan hates me.
I feel like that a lot happens in Dokkan. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it happens in just a lot of gacha games because this shit happens in Pokemon Pocket all the time as well. Where it's like, oh, the only way I lose is if I get like 0 or 1 out of 4 like coin flips, and then he has a Giovanni card in his hand and ups his attack and then kills me.
Real,
like, what? It happened.
Fair. Well, yeah. If we.
Can you look about the candy ball?
Yeah, when it turns into candy. Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
That was probably one of my favorite moments of the arc when I watched this for the first time.
Just the amount of like sass he has in it. Like he's like, oh, you want me to eat me, right? And then goes straight through his throat.
I think the anime episode for this was called "The Strongest Candy" as well.
Yeah. Like Vegito, even in the anime, just like
in the manga, the chapter's called.
When Boo said, "How are you beating me? You're just candy." But then Vegeta says, "I'm no regular candy. I'm a jawbreaker, the strongest candy there is." Just so funny.
The chapter's called Vegito the Instigator.
Yeah, if you look at what I sent it in spoilers for the chapter. You scroll in this group chat.
Nah, Vegito instigating.
Yeah, he was instigating the whole time. He was like,
"I'll come get me, eat me then."
That was the whole stat as well. The whole stat was let's instigate. Because I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker, he's up to his old bullshit," and I'm like, "Oh, never mind. It's part of the plan."
Yeah, he's big brain.
Yeah, the old guy's like, "Just end it. It's enough." And then
no, but then the top one Supreme guy's like, "Wait, hold up. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook."
Yeah, which was great.
Like when he does like the tail thing, like almost grabs him, and he's like, "Oh no!" But that was the entire part of the plan.
Oh no! Yeah. And then like he's thinking like, finally, this dumbass.
Yeah, he's so like I was like, does he really have Piccolo in him, bro? Like, what is this?
He is so not a.
It took him so long to lock in. Oh my goodness. Real though, yeah, but Vegeta the Instigator, great stuff.
Then they crush the earrings, so that.
Vegeta crushes the earring first.
And then Goku's like, yeah,
Goku's
right.
Like, yeah, Goku's like, but don't blame me, you know. You're right. Besides, what do you do with one earring? Later.
Drip.
True.
Wait, Goku. Man, Goku.
That's why he's no Piccolo.
Goku lost aura,
He's not doing it like Piccolo.
Yeah, Piccolo would have kept that shit on.
I gotta say something. When they're inside of Boo, cutting out the cocoons, right? For Flag, like Piccolo and other people, they are both like both Goku and Vegeta are using key swords.
Because they learned that. I assume they learned that from Vegeta, or they already knew it.
How? Like I guess like both.
Muscle memory, I guess.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
They're still like they still have the memory from the fusion, right? Still, so they can still use
Yeah. So like either just thought of that in the middle of battle and like let's try and make a sword out of it, and then that worked, and then they're like, "Alright, cool, let's do that now normally as well."
I'd assume it's the same thing with Buu. Like we've already seen Goku being able to copy shit when he did the Kamehameha, for example, and now he earlier did the Destructo Disc to cut Buu in half, right?
Yeah.
And now they experienced it as a person, kinda, right? So I'd assume it would be easier for them to do the same. Like we see
Oh yeah.
Buu do this. We've seen Buu also do the same, like with the Kamehameha and then the teleportation, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So they cut the people. They cut the people out, right? They cut him out of Boo's life.
And he de-digivolves.
He digivolves into
More and
and
more and more and more.
yeah. Now and then he becomes a maniac.
And then
It's
becomes
then they
Kid
remove-
Buu.
Kid Buu.
And then they remove his nice kind, which was like nice poop, but it was technically also the one of the Kai of the South.
Yeah, he took this
Kai of-
Kaioshin, yeah,
the Supreme.
That was one of the Supremes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like one of the nice Supremes.
Yeah, the fat one.
Yeah.
Representation.
Bro. If you're
Anyway,
calling
but like
yourself fat,
he
what
didn't
the fuck
look.
is Zion?
He didn't look at all like
whale.
that old like that Kai. He looked a lot more that like nice Boo. Just looked like nice Boo. Like it didn't look like the not like the nice Kaio.
And I mean, he learned after that to just absorb the fits.
Yeah.
Real.
We saw the fit. We saw the fit, Boo.
Saw the fit, bro. Come on. But yeah, it's funny. We get Kid Buu. Straight up, first thought when he spawned, let me destroy the planet. Whoosh. That's do you know how crazy you gotta be for you to spawn in and immediately be like, I don't like the whoosh, to blast the planet?
Amelia hating? I know someone like that.
True. But
Okay,
yeah, no.
due to recent events, I don't know if you mean me or Hut.
That's for you two to figure out.
But yeah, so that was
I'm just saying, I'm the OG hater. So
Exactly.
yeah, so that was straight off.
Among all of heaven and earth, I alone am the hater.
81.
Real.
I am the hating one.
Real, so real. So yeah, and then they go to the Supreme Kai's planet, the planet of the Kais, right?
Where we get another
Satan
awesome
bit.
Vegeta moment.
Okay, I was gonna go with the Satan bit, but
I am not acknowledging those anymore.
Oh no. No. Like I do agree with the Ben here. This is a great like Vegeta moment of like Goku being like, "Oh yeah, I'll sell you like titty pics of this like." No, you're not talking about that part.
No. Why
Okay.
would I talk about that part?
Because Vegeta's defending Bulma. That's a good moment.
That's true.
Yeah, that is a good moment. You're right.
What I was thinking.
I was mostly talking about how Vegeta acknowledges his own shortcomings and how he's like, this is why you're stronger than me.
Letting Goku do it. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good moment too. Right. I feel like these like last month have been great for Vegeta. I feel like Vegeta got back to living. It was like, okay, I gotta make it good, so I get that back to heaven instead of going down there again. They don't want to end up in hell again.
Yeah, but Vegeta actually, instead of being like, Kakarot, he's above me. I hate him. He's like,
he self-reflects.
He self-reflects.
He does something insane, something unimaginable for a lot of people.
And he's like, you know what? You're right, Kakarot. You're number one. You're the best. He's like, yeah, he thought first that it was because of Goku needed something to protect. Vegeta has that now. He's still weaker. it's because Goku um like um wanted to be the best, but no, that was not it either. He just wanted to better himself, and he, spared his opponents. He even spared Vegeta, which he comments on, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and he thinks that Goku's drive to just better himself every day, no matter the situation or the circumstance, is what makes Goku the strongest, right?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
he's also doing it for not himself, but for others.
Yeah, and I think like that's also why Vegeta is never gonna catch up with him, no matter how many iterations of Dragon Ball we make, because it's an intrinsic thing.
Yeah.
Like it, like basically the second like it's just the way Goku is, and that's why Vegeta can never catch up with him. But like if you want to tie a moment into it, like from the series, basically the moment that like we see he can use the flying Nimbus. Vegeta didn't even exist yet, but that was basically like, oh, he's not gonna be able to do it like Goku
Yeah.
because it's that purity of soul, it's that purity in just the pursuit of not not strength, but betterment that makes him like that, and also allows him to use the flying Nimbus. That's also why. This is actually a nice like little parallel you can make. Gohan can also use the flying Nimbus, and he was also
Yeah.
at some point stronger than Vegeta.
Yeah.
True. Would Goku still be able to use the flying Nimbus, you think?
Yeah.
I think
Fair
so.
enough.
But
Do you have anything else that we want to talk about?
We get the Goku thumbs up panel.
the reaction.
Yeah.
uh,
You go, man.
yeah. Oh, right. I have something. Wait up. Here. Remember, at the very start of of this podcast, we
I
talked
don't.
about we talked about next,
Oh, neck game.
the
The
neck
neck game.
development, right?
Oh, the
Well, I
neck
need
game.
you to look at this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's a
Yo,
Vegeta,
huge.
the neck game is strong for Vegeta right now. The neck game is
Yeah,
huge.
that's a huge difference.
Also, his forehead is abysmal. Just wanna
His
point that
forehead
out.
was a lot bigger. Y'all think it got work done? like.
He
Oh,
went
no,
to
look at this.
Turkey
Look at the
for
side
one of the off
profile.
seasons.
Look at the side profile.
This is why the memes exist, where they just remove the
Look at
hair
his hair and just he's
and,
bald and like
and
straight
just
down.
make him smooth hair, and it's the creepiest shit of all time.
Like his forehead is like he has like the brow and then just immediately like diagonally up. There's no cut off. There's just nothing.
Real. Also,
Like bald Dragon Ball characters look like eggs that shouldn't have existed.
real. And then someone made this. Look at this. Vegeta going to Turkey.
Normal
They
hairline.
fixed his hairline. All right. I'm just
That's
saying, like, he needs to
hilarious.
go to Turkey in the off season.
Real.
Okay,
Yeah.
but is there anything else that we want to mention about the chapters?
Next week, last week.
Yeah, that last episode next week.
Gonna be crazy.
All right, then we'll see you guys for the finale.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.